Hello, my YouTubers. Happy holidays. So, all right, here we go. 2015, rolling into 16. My good year's always been the even years. For some reason, the odd has been mediocre. Financially, but on the even, I don't know. If any of you have the same kind of thing going, leave a comment. Where do we start? I guess behind me you can see Colorado Springs set up there. Double primary. What are we thinking? What's that all about? It's nuts. Then, like in front of me, let me turn this thing around. EdLeedskalnin's wheel. PMH. Some mots. And in front here, my circuit board set up. Got some new little breadboards. Some more capacitors. Got this nice. This is a capacitor, guys. Yeah, 1200 volts, 150 amps. Yin yang. Let's see what we're going to do with that. Potentiometer. Dimmer switch. 3-way, by the way. Couple car batteries. The original Ed's PMH that I bent and designed off of Ed's stats and his magnetic current. That's a driver PMH for here, which we're going to have a little discussion about this, because this video is about EdLeedskalnin. But let's talk about one of his great people of his time. Ed was living during my boy Tesla. Tesla figured out, hey, let's go ahead and put a slit in a ring and drive this thing back the opposite way. It's a no-brainer. You can see that as soon as you collapse the magnetic field, which the PMH, fine example right there. Oh, beer bottles in the back. Yeah, I drank them, but they've been here for a long time. They're part of my capacitor bank. So when you collapse the magnetic field, when it's hooked up to a capacitor, it will go ahead and discharge the capacitor, and then when the capacitor refills, it'll refill and in the opposite. Okay, so it'll switch its poles. So, with that being said, my boy Tesla with AC, congrats, man. Love you. And all you Tesla guys out there that have YouTube channels about Tesla stuff, Abraham's Lab, love that guy. I'm from up Asheville, North Carolina. He's Boone, right down the street. Over a couple humps, but yeah. Terry, love him. Deeds, love you. Man, thanks for the comments and great work you're doing. Hope you're successful in your dreams, man. Also, Tesla Explorer. Geez, man, there's so many of you out there that just inspired me. I'm just drawing a blank, but when I think of your name, I'll just throw you in here. But thanks for your vids, man. You're all inspiring. I took some time off, did some more reading again, got into, I would call it mind philosophy, on things that I've learned. Like everything I do, I just post a video. You know why? Because it's things I'm doing. So everything I do, whether it's orthodox or unorthodox, it pretty much puts a answer or a bit of information, and I take it and put it on a shelf. So when I roll into other things and getting into like building coils and whatever this whole journey's been about, I got microwaves I found in the trash, getting ready to take them apart and build it. Wow, a big cat, big ass, pile on pile on pile. These guys, this here is great, but it's center grounded. So 7,500 volts, 7,500 volts, 30 milliamps. Needs more amperage. 30 milliamps is not a lot, guys. Even if you got the 15,000 volt, 60 milliamp, you're getting, trust me, you're getting double the power. But these guys, 2,000 volts, not a lot of volts. So that's what happens when you go to build these. You guys are just getting into transformers and the power in, the power out, the metal that you're using. I've done research on all this stuff. This stuff is very important to know the basics of it, because this will have a saturation point. Like this is iron, so this is laminated layer by layer by layer. Sort of gives it individual highways, but they're all traveling the same speed. Bam. So that's what you get on these. But anyway, these are so powerful. I didn't mean to side off track there, but these are so powerful because you got a lot of amperage. So they have a lot of volts. So you build up the voltage. That's a good balance between the voltage and then just go up with the current, which would be the amperage. And you'll see a lot more distance you'll get in your tester coil, and you'll see a lot more sparkadoos. But so yeah, definitely don't mess with the mods. They'll kill you before you know what to do with them. Everybody tells you that. Trust me. I love this stuff. I love it. You know, I just took off for a whole 2 months. And right now is the first time I walked back in my garage. I stayed out of this garage, guys. Are you kidding me? I stayed out of this for 2 months. 2 months. Right now, I feel like I just have a brand new girlfriend. I just met a brand new girl. This is like crazy with all this research. And truthfully, bouncing around, you know, I'm sorry to you guys who are EdLeedskalnin's followers, and then I, you know, kind of roam out and fall into Tesla, and then I really haven't talked about like Faraday or Maxwell or Cooks or just Henry Ford or all the greats out there, Edison and Ben Franklin with him experimenting with electric. I haven't really talked about them, but I studied them all. And that's the good thing, is you really, like Ed says in magnetic current, know your base. Know your base. So I might not have all the lingo. I may not be educated in electrical field or physics or anything, but I am as close as you can get to research and knowledge inside me to go into these different fields. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. All right, so here you go. So let's go into EdLeedskalnin. Make sure you're still there. I had to turn around and look. Phones are crazy. You know, they said in 5 years, smartphones are going to be obsolete. So what does that mean? We're going to have something over here and everything's done through glasses, or an implant where you do it through your mind? Come on now. 5 years, yeah. What happened in the year 2000? They said the world was going to change. They said that 2000 was going to be crazy. Guess what? I don't know. Nothing really changed. So let's go back to EdLeedskalnin, because this guy inspired me for all of this. Everything you see here. Dude, I work, I make money, I have a family. It's hard to make money. It's hard to support your family. But guess what? This is me. This is the stuff that me is made out of. This stuff you see. Trust me, when you watch these videos, they are from the heart. All right, EdLeedskalnin. Bam. So, this is what I'm going to do with the Eds. It's got the magnets charged. Now, see, in Ed's magnetic current, he says that it's the strength of the magnet doesn't matter. What does matter is that they're in multiples. And that always stuck in the back of my head. And through all my experiments, I come to a conclusion that the group of magnets, when you put them in motion, as Ed says, for the PMH, you create this moving energy because energy don't sit still. In a magnet, you got two opposite sides of the field. They're sitting still because nothing is putting a load on this or nothing is putting them together. So they're separated. Here, positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative, 24 V-shaped magnets. 1908. Henry Ford's charging system was made out of 16 of these with a coil in front of each one, sitting in the center, sitting right on top with a good small millage of how they sat on top of the magnets. And every time the magnetic field broke, through the coil would reverse, separate, reverse, reverse its poles and charge up, and it would go ahead, be all bound together, and from there it would go out and charge. A magneto, pretty much. So you kind of think about this. Okay, if you take this situation here and you put coils above it, you're bound. Your voltage is bound. You're going to get so much. Even if you put it on both sides, you'll just double what you get on 24 poles here. And you're probably not going to get much. When you think about power, geez, man. I mean, I put this together. I got me a little panel over here. I come off my house. You know, it's got a small panel. There's nothing big, like a 4 breakers on there. It comes off. That wire sitting over there is just a 10 gauge. Came from the house. It was already set up. This was here. It was shitty as hell wiring. I rewired it. Pretty much, I'll show you the old wiring. Extension cord. See that crap? That's crazy, dude. But anyway. So you use a lot of power. And this power that you use, needs current. Needs amperage. Everything's based on amperage. 9-volt batteries, you got 18-volt batteries, you got all these different things that use that voltage to operate. So when I look at Ed's wheel, I really don't look at how much voltage can it make. It never did that. For some reason, if I'm missing something, leave a comment. But voltage-wise, no. Come on, guys. Really? Really? You think voltage? That's why the people who are trained electrical engineers look at this and joke at it. They laugh at this. Because the comments out there and all the stuff people were saying, what? This is ran Ed's place? Okay. As far as making voltage from the magnets in the front and coils, no wonder he worked at night. Not only was it hot, he didn't have enough power. I don't think that's the case. Let's look at it differently, okay? Let's just go and let's look at it differently. If you see Ed's wheel, he's got 24 magnets. He's got a gear bracket on the top. He's got a gear bracket on the bottom to make a sandwich. That's a motor block. Creates the axle for this thing. He's got the 2 sandwich with these ring gears. Then he's got this ring that sits around here. And then, I always thought many different versions, looked out there to see what was out there. And pretty much